Hi friends, this is my sixth video of power system series. In this video, we will discuss about transmission voltage levels. So transmission voltage levels are categorized into four groups. First is HV, second is EHV, third is modern HV, and fourth is UHV. So first voltage level HV means high voltage. All 11 kV or 33 kV lines are generally treated as high voltage lines. This voltage level is used in primary and secondary distribution. Second voltage level is EHV. EHV means extra high voltage. All 66 kV or 132 kV or 220 kV lines are generally considered as EHV lines. This voltage level is generally used in sub-transmission system. Now third voltage level is modern high voltage. Generally 400 kV lines comes under the category of modern high voltage. In our country 400 kV is generally used for transmission over long distance. Next is ultra high voltage. 765 kilovolt lines are generally considered as ultra high voltage line. This is also used to transmit power over long distance. In my second lecture, I told you that high voltage power transmission is very advantageous. But here in this video, I am going to explain why high voltage power transmission is advantageous. Suppose we want to transmit a certain power P and we know that P is equals to VI cos phi. So we can write this expression as I is equals to P by V cos phi. It means current is inversely proportional to the voltage, and we know that current carrying capability of a conductor is directly proportional to the area. So we can say that current is inversely proportional to the voltage and directly proportional to the area. Means as voltage of transmitted power increase, then current will decrease, so the area of cross section of conductor will also decrease. Means there is saving of conductor material at high voltage. So this is the first advantage of high voltage transmission. Now see the formula of losses in transmission line. So losses in transmission line can be written as I square R, and we know that I is equals to P by V cos phi. So putting the value of I in the formula I square R, we get losses equals to P square R by V cos phi whole square. It means losses are inversely proportional to the square of voltage. So as voltage increases, these losses will decrease. Here, why we take these losses I square R, not V square by R? Because formula for losses is both I square R and V square R. So answer for this question is, here transmission line is considered as series circuit, and for series circuit we take losses as I square R. Now apart from these advantages, there are also some disadvantages of high voltage transmission. So first disadvantage is as voltage increases, then height of transmission tower also increases. This is to maintain the ground clearance for safety. Now as high voltage increases, the size of tower also increases because wider cross arms are needed at high voltage. The number of disc insulators on tower also increases. These disc insulators are used to insulate transmission line from metallic tower. So when voltage increases, then we need to add more number of disc in chain of disc insulators. Now for transmission line, power P is equals to VR into Vs into sin delta divided by X. Here VR is the receiving end voltage, Vs is the sending end voltage, and X is the line reactance. Now for delta is equals to 90 degree, sin 90 degree is equals to 1. So we get P max is equals to Vs into VR by X. P max is the indicator of stability. Maximum power is the indicator of stability. I will derive all these expressions in my upcoming lecture, so don't worry. Right now just remember this expression, and you have to remember three things. First, P is equals to VR into Vs by X sin delta, and second, P max is equals to Vs into VR by X, and P max is indicator of stability. Now As length of line increases, or we can say that power is transmitted over a long distance, then obviously line reactance will increase. And when line reactance increases, then Pmax will decrease, because Pmax is inversely proportional to the line reactance. So when Pmax decreases, then stability will also decreases. So for long line, voltage must increase to compensate this decrease in X, because as distance increases, reactance increases, and to compensate this reactance and keep the Pmax constant, we have to simultaneously increase this voltage. That's why high voltage is used for long distance power transmission. Also we can understand it as length of line increases, then resistance of line also increases, which make I square R losses to increases. So to reduce these I square R losses, we have to reduce the current. And how we can reduce the current? We can reduce the current by increasing the voltage, because current is inversely proportional to the voltage. Now you all must have heard a very common question, that why transmission line voltage is like 11 kV, 33 kV, 132 kV, means why it is in multiples of 11. So first of all, this is a very nonsense question. You may also have heard a common answer to this question that most of student answer, that is because of form factor of sine wave, that is equals to 1.11. That's why these voltages are in multiples of 11. But actually there is no relation between form factor and these voltages. There are also some voltages that are not in multiples of 11, and they are used in transmission. So these voltage levels are like 400 kV and 765 kV. They are not in multiples of 11. So actually this is a nonsense question, and there is no need to answer this question. Okay, so today this is all about this video. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you. Jai Shri Ram.